Hello and welcome to Band. My name is Maimuna. Today we're looking at a couple that have been married for over 38 years. But before we get to them, let's visit our Chant Square first.
Obìnrin rere, mo ní ó rọ́jú o. Mo lẹ́ni tó bá ní sùúrù nígbélé ọkọ. Mo ní gbà ṣòro rere. Mo ní ó rọra. Torí ẹni tó bá ní sùúrù ní jẹ inú àpáta. Mo ní ó má ṣe bí aya. Torí aya máa yà lọ ní òjèrè. Mo ní ó tọ́jú ilé. Kó o tọ́jú àwọn ọmọ rẹ̀. Mo ní ohun ọkùnrin bá ń ṣe ńlé. Mo ní kí ìwọ náà lè ṣe òjàre. Mo ní gbà pọ́njú. Ìgbà ṣòro ló kúkú wà òjèrè. Mo ní ó ní sùúrù o. Ìgbà ọ̀túnbọ̀ wá dé. Mo ní ó ní sùúrù o.
Fresh in my skin like you go butter. The baby need easy cocoa butter. My cocoa butter. My cocoa butter. Yeah. Mama need that easy cocoa butter. My cocoa butter. My cocoa butter. Yeah. I love putting for this game like Roger Miller. Chai, I go fight for your right like Mandela. Hey, you know go ever focus, I go be your pillar.
Very poetic and rhythmic. Welcome back. Let's meet Mr. and Mrs. Lazarus Ndionyema. There is something that is most encouraged by medical practitioners, religious sects, and even the traditional sect. I'm talking about forgiveness. The buildup of stress or stress hormones in the body can cause a lot of distress, and for some people, make you prone to illnesses. So today we are looking at the issue of forgiveness in a home. How does forgiveness affect the marriage? I want to hear from you. You've been married for over 38 years.
Yes, of course.
How does forgiveness help the marriage?
Well, I would say that forgiveness is one of the basic things in marriage. Basic, fundamental thing in marriage. Without forgiveness, the marriage can't last. Yes, with forgiveness, your wife, you yourself, you live a happy life. This is one of the things in forgiveness. Once you say sorry, deeply from your heart, sincerely, both of you can actually understand.
Okay, Mommy. Were there times you had to tell him sorry in these last 38 years?
Yes. Several times.
Yes, several times I used to tell him sorry.
Okay.
Because a man actually likes women telling them sorry.
Okay.
So I used to tell him sorry at times if I offended him.
Okay.
And then he will accept it.
So,
Yes,
how
of
has
course.
that brought you this far?
Yes, of course. Like this is one of the things I told you earlier, that is one of the fundamental things in marriage.
Okay.
Your wife will offend you and sincerely come and say sorry. And it's the same thing also to you too.
Okay. 38 years ago, when you saw her and said, okay, I'm going to marry this person, what went through your mind?
Like what went through my mind is that I love her. Like I said earlier, we met in the church. And we went the same choir.
Oh.
The love developed from there. It was not automatic, of course.
Okay.
It was a gradual process.
In the choir?
Yes, in the choir.
What was the attraction? Was it her voice or something?
I would say her voice and her person.
Mommy, what attracted you to this young old man here?
Very much.
All right, now you said it's an old man.
Young old man.
Young old man, of course.
All right, those days now, what attracted me to him, yeah, I saw him to be a good human being,
Okay.
a good responsible somebody,
Okay.
who attached much to the mother, because the mother, despite that I did not know the mother, but I saw his ways of life, that his ways of life is not somehow
It's not shaky.
rough.
Yeah, it's not rough.
That is why, I look him to be a nice somebody. I said, all right, I will agree
you
with this man.
And since then, you have had no regrets?
No regrets, my sister. Yeah.
Daddy, over 38 years, you've had children. When the children started coming, was there any distraction? Did they take her attention away from you?
No, of course. Not at all. Two of us were nurturing the children together. So it is not a question of paying more attention to the children. I did pay attention to the children also.
Okay.
It's two of us paying attention to the children.
I would want you to do just one small thing for me.
Do ahead.
And for all of us.
All right.
Those days, there used to be some dance movement. These days, we do Alanta and all that. What is it that you people used to do those days? Could you please just show us a bit of it?
There was nothing like any Mark Jackson at that time. 38 years ago, there was no Mark Jackson. What we used to have in those days was High Life.
Okay.
When you talk of Victor Waifo, you talk of the late Lawson, you talk of Celeste Senoku, and the rest of the people.
Okay. Don't worry. Children of these days were not born then.
You don't know.
So maybe you show us the dance step.
If you put on the music now, then like that.
Imagine the music.
I can imagine the music.
Daddy, tell us, what was your best or your favorite music at that time?
Rex Lawson, because Rex Lawson was his beating of the drum is like our native dance in the village. Okay. So you can use our native dance to dance his own life.
Okay. Mommy.
Yeah.
Can you remember his favorite song? Can you sing it?
That's him.
He's your husband. There's no difference between the two of you. Okay, do you have a favorite song? From that age?
Yeah, he loves Celeste Senoku.
Okay.
Yes, song.
Okay. Can you remember this?
Yes, of course.
Yes.
Okay. What happened the first day you took her out? You went out to anywhere. What happened?
The first day I took her out when she came to my house, because I wouldn't say that is a special day. We were all engaged. It's unlike now, when you have a special time to take your wife out. She was working and I was working. I wouldn't remember a special day in our life when we said, all right, let us go on a honeymoon. We didn't do that. The only time we will go is going to church, return. That's all. That's the only special day.
Okay. So
we didn't have that facility.
Then
of moving from one place to another place. Say you are going for a honeymoon, you are going for any sort of a resort. Okay. We didn't have that.
In your tradition, how do you christen children when you have them? How do you give them name? Who gives the name?
It's the father that gives the name. Or if you want to respect your own father, you can go to your father and ask your father to give you a name. Then your father-in-law, so you give him a respect. He can also give his own name. To the children. In short, we have 2 names to each children.
Okay.
Your father-in-law and your own direct father, or you can give the name in place of your father.
Okay.
That's what we do.
In your tradition.
In our tradition, exactly. And when my father was not there, I was giving the names. Sometimes my mother used to give me some of the names.
Okay.
Yes.
Where did you people get married?
We're in Lagos here.
In Lagos.
Yes.
You have worked in Lagos all your life?
Yes, I've worked in Lagos. Yes.
But you're not a Lagosian.
I'm a Lagosian by, if you say so, because when you stay in a certain area for some certain time, you become an indigenous of that place. I have stayed in Lagos for over 40 years, so I'm a Lagosian.
When did you come into Lagos?
Oh, very long time ago. You wouldn't believe me. I came here in 1961. Yes,
61.
of course. Yes.
Were you born then?
No.
Okay, I can't imagine it.
Oh.
You came into Lagos 1961. Was
Yes.
it work that brought you here?
Yes, of course, work. I came to look for work.
And you found a wife?
Oh, yes, of course. I found the work and then I found the wife.
How often do you go home?
Ooh, as at now, I go almost every other month. Yes, of course.
Okay. Mommy, when last were you home?
Well, I will not tell you like. I went last 2008.
2008, exactly.
2008.
Yes,
Yes,
2008.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you take your children home often?
Yes, of course.
Yes.
Yes.
My children knows my place.
They know your place.
Very, very much.
They go home.
Very much.
they
Ah, okay, so you're not scared.
No, I'm not scared. Why should I be scared? They are dual children. They have home in their mother's place and they have home in my own home too.
Okay. Where is your mother's place?
Bendel.
Okay, and you?
I'm from Abia.
Ha! Okay. When you people got married, though, how did you manage the tribal differences and cultural differences?
I don't see too much difference in our marriage because the Igbo speaking, and I am an Igbo speaking also. I don't see so much difference in the tradition at all. I don't see.
Okay.
I don't see at all. Because in their own tradition in marriage, it's the same thing which happened in our place.
Okay. Mommy, what's your favorite meal? The one that you prepare most in the house that everybody will eat and say, oh, I've eaten today.
No, so much love. Jollof rice.
Our Sunday
Yes,
Sunday food.
What's your favorite meal?
If I should tell you now, there is a soup which we call Okazi soup in my village.
Okay.
They nicknamed me on that particular soup. It is true. If you go to my village, they call me that name.
Okazi.
Okazi soup. Okazi soup. Yeah,
Do you know how to prepare it?
Oh, very much.
Myself?
Ah, you say very much.
Very much now.
So if he prepares you, you will eat.
Ah, it's a good cook.
No. But that is true. When we are having our issues together, I do go to markets. I buy something, I cook. If she returns, she will eat.
Okay, you have lived in Lagos all your life.
Yeah.
How many languages do you speak?
I speak only my language.
Only your language.
Only my language and possibly English, that's all.
You don't speak Yoruba?
Ooh, if I speak Yoruba, if you ask me to speak Yoruba, I say, Ekabo, is he not speaking Yoruba? So why are you laughing?
Mommy, do you understand Yoruba?
Yeah, I understand.
And you speak Yoruba very well.
Yeah, very well.
How come you didn't learn how to speak the language when you like this place so much and you have been living here for over 40 years?
But you didn't teach me now. Nobody was interested in teaching me.
Okay. You didn't have Yoruba friends?
And no, I have, but people, my Yoruba friends are so much in speaking grammar. That's the problem. Yes, that's the problem.
Yes.
And there is something which I want to remind you now. If you live in some certain area in Lagos where you don't see much of Yorubas, you wouldn't speak Yorubas easily.
Okay.
It is like when you go to Port Harcourt, if you live in Port Harcourt, you only speak grammar.
That's true.
Yes, because you have mixed up people there.
Can your children speak your language?
Oh, yes, they do. Why not? They do.
How did you get them to learn how to speak the language?
Because we speak it in my house here now. When we speak, they hear us automatically. Nobody teaches them. They hear what the mother and father speak, or what the mother and father talk.
Okay, so sitting back now, if you think 38 years backwards, what would you have to say in your marriage? If you have to advise those people out there who want to get married or those who are already married, what would you say to them?
Well, what I would say to them is that marriage is what you want marriage to be, how you want it to be, how you fashion the marriage. What you want it to be is what it's going to be. If you want it to be a ruffle something, it will be. In my own case, my wife, according to an English language, you say, your wife is your better half. So if you divide myself into two, the better side of myself is my wife. And if you go to our Bible, if you go to book of Mark, chapter 10, verse 6, God said at the beginning of the creation, God made them man and woman.
Yeah.
So when two of them come together, they are no more two, they are one. So you have to tolerate each other. You don't mean your wife is not your furniture in the house. You have to make your wife what she's supposed to be, your better half. You cannot sit down like a king and start commanding, bring me water. As I said earlier, I go to market myself.
Can you tell me your major achievement in this marriage or in the last 38 years of your life?
The major achievement in this marriage is the stability of the marriage, the love between two of us. That is one of the most important things. The trust we have for each other. The trust, the love. Because without the love, we can't come up to this stage now. Without trusting ourselves, without loving ourselves from the depth of our heart. And it's true, natural love. And I will tell you, when I married her, I had nothing. She loved me and I loved her. We built the house up from nothing.
Okay.
And that is what I have achieved.
Mommy, tell me, one achievement in this marriage.
Well, I give glory to Almighty God for His good work. You know, so we started with one room, very, very small room, at 10 by 12. So when I was getting him married, people were saying, "How can you just go and marry a poor man like this?" I said, "Well, it doesn't mean tomorrow is another day."
Yeah.
You understand me? So now, look at us. We have achieved this through the grace of Almighty Father. So I've achieved a lot.
Okay. I will want to say to you, never despise your little beginnings. We had come from talking about forgiveness to talking about perseverance, to talking about the joy of getting married. If you must marry, just be watchful and prayerful. Know that you choose your partner out of love. Some may say, does love really matter? Or
It
can
does.
love ever hold a marriage together?
It does.
It's your choice. But we encourage you unbound to make it work. No matter what, make your marriage work. Stay together, especially when you have children, because they have to learn some values from you. We wish you well. Tell me how best you show love to yourselves in this house.
In the house?
Yes, how best?
Oh, this is how we show ourselves love, man. You see it?
All right.
Yeah.
Fifi Ovens wants you to continue to show love.
Yeah.
Have peace. Please sit down. Let's sit down and enjoy this
thank
love.
you.
Okay. Fifi Oven says you can continue to show love, express love to yourself and the kids, rekindle your love with a beautiful cake. And Bar Royal says you can enjoy your marriage.
Beautiful.
All over again.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
We have glasses here. We can start by enjoying the wine.
How do you open this? Oh my God. Oh my God. Yeah, my hand is slippery.
Slippery, okay.
Yeah, my hand is slippery.
Maybe mommy will help us.
All right, let's see whether she can do that.
Oh, no.
Good. You see? That's one of the byproducts.
Okay, what about the other one?
Yes. Good. Let's share some love.
She's shy.
Some love should remain inside.
Inside the bottle.
All right, like what we used to do in those days. You want us to continue doing it now?
Yes, sir. Rock yourself.
Right. Beautiful.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, give me now.
Yes, sir. Thank you very
Beautiful.
much. Thank you.
Very sweet. Very, very sweet.
Thank you very much.
No, her hands giving me the drink is very
Very
sweet.
sweet.
Very
Yes.
sweet. Yes, very sweet.
Okay, let me help you keep
Thank
me
you
here.
very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
God bless.
Of course, the old man refused to dance. But in a home where there is happiness, the husband and wife become friends. And that translates onto the children too. They become buddies and they can bond together. I'm sure you saw that in that family. Anyway, we still have our counselor around the corner. So let's listen to what he has to say.
I don't go lie. You they make my temperature they rise. Hey, you are my inene girl. Inene, you are my inene girl. My inene girl. I don't go lie. You they make my temperature they rise. Hey, you are my inene girl. Inene, you are my inene girl. My inene girl. I want to tell you something. I want to let you know. I get something for my mind, but now I want to let you know.
The place of children in the family is very important. It is interesting. It is exciting. It's a thing of joy. The Bible makes us to understand that children are a blessing unto the family. And you know, whatever comes from God is special. So it's a special blessing. Children should be treated as gifts. Parents should see themselves as custodians of these children. It is not their possession. They can only use the will of God upon the children. And so they need to listen to God to be able to know how to handle these children. They need to let these children grow under the fear of God. Instead, what people do these days is to allow the children grow under the influence of society, all kinds of influence. They will not dress the children properly. They will not cover them up. They will not speak spiritual things into them. They will not prophesy good things into their ears. Instead, they will be complaining about the society. They will be fighting in the presence of children. Children, as young as age 1, 2, hear and they take in what they see. Our parents expose children to all sorts of movies they call magic movie, where there's fighting, quarreling. They don't show them the right things. Young ones are looking for models. Unfortunately, we don't have them. We don't have them around. We have good people, but they are not willing to present themselves as good models for the children. So a youth or a young child will have model at different stages of his life. Is it in the career aspect? Is it in the social? Is it in the spiritual? What is it that your child is looking for? Somebody to act as a mentor for him. You have to discover, you have to be with his children.
Teach your child a word today to be forgiving and accommodating. That way they can deal with a lot of emotions. The world throws a lot of things at people. Your reaction is all that matters. You can be the best that you have to be. Join us same time next week on Band.